Okay. Good afternoon. So, we don't see much progress in our rescue. I mean, we don't see nothing in our rescue, which is a shame, no doubt. But, as I said, this will be Malach HaYam Ki Tanus weekend, which means Tanus, which means half of the United States. As a first measure, that because as I understand, there is actually conversation going on, which is in itself not something incredibly new, that humans are conversing. This is actually the reason for the starships that are going to fly, I mean, the entire planet, and starting with the Americans, our beloved guardians, you know, הדודות מאמריקה, הדודים והדודות מאמריקה. אז, so yes, I mean, so the conversation revolves around, you know, things like what's the best interest of my daughters, and how is it even possible to change the current situation so it will be on their best behalf. And I mean, the same kind of conversation that presumably Clinton and his friends held during '97, and that was, as I said many times, the crucial event in the history of the humanity. Because they should have been running, but they did not run. They opened the mouse, and the mouse is still open 27 years after that. So, but of course, people didn't change, so they are conversing on like how many months are needed in order to maybe you know, maybe because they haven't seen their parent, so their father, for like more than a year. They should gradually be exposed to him, like maybe just, you know, 1 hour a month, and then 2 hours, and of course with, you know, ליווי עובדת סוציאלית, נכון? אני מבין, I kind of I get you, like I know what what kind of questions are, what kind of, you know, discourse, I mean, is now held in the embassy. So maybe little that, of course, ליווי, וכמובן לא לשנות את הבית ספר, ולא לשנות את הסביבה, כי דווקא בגלל כל הזעזועים שהם עברו, אז חשוב לשמור על יציבות בחייהם. אני מבין מצוין. אני מבין, כי אני מומחה בהבנה 40 שנה, הייתי פרופסור בהבנת בני אדם, והגעתי לדרגת פרופסור מן המניין בנושא הבנת בני אדם, אז גם עכשיו אני מבין. אבל כדאי שגם אתם תבינו, ביום ראשון הזמירות יהיו אחרות, פסוקי דזמרה האלה ביום ראשון יהיו אחרים. Until Sunday, Israeli clock, there will be completely different songs, sing-along, completely different, absolutely different. It will take 1 day for all of us to be outside of Israel, with zero communication involved. But of course, before that, we require half in the bag, and the bag is the United States of America. So 150 million at least, if not more, in the United States until Sunday. Process already started, by the way, and by Sunday morning, the Israeli clock, I mean, enough would be collected in order for, I mean, for the discourse to dramatically change, not to change the subject, to change its nature from discourse with an open mouth to discourse with a closed mouth and running arms and legs, legs and moving arms. But of course, I mean, the Americans, I mean, if they were of the type that understand it beforehand, I wouldn't have been, like, you know, sold to the cannibals during 1997, but I had. So we need, you know, half of, you know, you need to kind of cut the snake in half, and then continue with the rest of the world. So very soon, actually, we'll continue with the, I hope you find the, you know, this series, you know, the Game of Thrones series, you know, enjoyable. So we'll continue with it. I will speak a little more about high school then and junior while. I remember another nice person. I mean, it was very, very rare, like, nice people over there, because, I mean, these people are, you know, they are junk. I mean, almost by definition they are junk. But there was also another one exception that I haven't spoken with him for a long time. Like Anak Lior Badichi, that actually we were in, I mean, friends, I mean, several good years after, even though now we are not in contact for a long time, but I mean, we were friends, I mean, during, you know, later years. But the other one, I mean, I kind of a close connection with him after high school, but I can tell you in retrospect that he was a nice guy. So, I mean, and also, no, to be fair, I mean, anyway, speak about it a little more. So the guy, his name is Yuval Spiegler, actually. So I'll speak about him a little bit. I haven't spoken with him like maybe in 20 years. So, but yeah, he was a nice guy, and maybe we should speak about him a little bit. You know, the same, you know, system of the same, I would say, not from primary school, as I didn't mention him, but I mean, of the type, but I mean, unlike most of them, he actually was a good person. So I'll speak about him, like, I mean, without, quote unquote, just a good person. So I'll speak about him a little bit, and maybe several more stories about Lior Badichi. And then we will continue either to jump, skip Tzal and, describe Amirim, which was also, a nest of Dark Knights, the university days. Or we can speak a little more about, because actually, I mean, I kind of spoke a little, pretty much about the people from the military days, both men and women, but it wasn't uploaded. It's not part of the series. But it was, and I don't know, if you got a recording, or if not, I can just, repeat everything. I don't have a problem with that. So, and so we can do that, or just skip, and go straight to Amirim. And then Jerusalem days, that were very interesting. So, but first I'll then prepare my hookah, and then we will continue as planned. And of course, I'll read your comments, dear audiences.